21 weeks. It's like, seriously, how did that happen? It's so fast. I don't know, in one way it seems really fast, and in another way it seems incredibly slow. So, and this is what I look like now. It's hard to believe that that's just a little over halfway. It kind of really puts it into perspective just how big I'm gonna get. Lots of things have happened since the last video. I've started having a lot of little problems. For like this breakout skin rash, 2 yeast infections, a urinary tract infection. My nails are still kind of white, but yeah, I don't know. I just had a blood test, so we'll see. The last time I went to the doctor, he noticed something on the ultrasound. Because he put me on this medicine called Eutamarin or something. It's used to stop contractions. This really freaked me out. I researched it quite a bit, and from what I can gather, Japan prescribes this medicine rather often, and for a lot milder cases than what would be considered necessary to, require medicine in the West. So I think he's just being very precautious. For one thing, he didn't act very concerned about it, especially since I don't have any pain. And he did not change my next appointment, which is still 3 weeks away, so I'm assuming if he didn't feel it necessary to move my schedule up, then it must not be that big of a deal. I'm hoping anyway. But as you can imagine, it's made me really nervous about everything. Every time I get a slight pain or, cramp, which are all very common by 21 weeks. It's very common to have stretching and growing pains and those kinds of things. It's also common to have Braxton Hicks contractions starting from this time, where it's, your uterine muscles will squeeze and tighten occasionally. But, every time I get something like that, I just worry so much about it. I guess the biggest news is that my instinct sucks. I was so wrong. The baby is a boy. He's obviously a boy. And I should have known by the way he kicks and punches and moves, and he's pretty strong. Yeah, as far as all the little prediction methods, I went through a lot of them. I did the Ramsay's method, where you check where the placenta attaches. It's supposed to have like a 90% accuracy. Of course, these are all wives' tales. You can't really believe them, but that said girl. And the string thing where you see if it moves in a circle or back and forth, that said girl. The Chinese calendar said girl. My own instinct said girl. Associating how my mother's pregnancies went, she had a boy and a girl, associating how those went to how mine was going, whether I had nausea or that kind of thing, that suggested girl. And even, the last ultrasound that showed 3 lines or whatever is supposed to indicate girl. And I put it on a bunch of women's forums. Every one of them who are experienced mothers all said, that's definitely a girl. So by this point I was completely believing it. I was completely and utterly believing it. So it was quite a shock. My husband's pretty overjoyed by it. I think he wanted either, but I think he slightly preferred a boy, so it's really, really happy news to him. And to me too, of course. I won't deny that I did feel a little bit of loss. I don't know if loss is the correct word, but maybe shock is better. Because, I had believed it so hard. Like I told y'all, I told y'all I was worried that I was going to think of it too hard, too long as a girl, and it would be hard to adjust. And that has proven true. But don't get me wrong, I'm very, very happy about a boy. And if I went to the next ultrasound and the doctor said, oops, we made a mistake, it is actually a girl, I would feel exactly the same way. Because, I've completely envisioned this boy now. So, but no, honestly, And seriously, I know a lot of women who have a hard time getting pregnant at all, and I feel very fortunate to have managed to do so in just 3 months of time. And I also feel very fortunate that the baby is still healthy. I think people put too much emphasis on gender. There's boys who are girlish and girls that are boyish, and everyone's unique and original. And I can feel the kicks really regularly now. Just about any time that I sit down and try to feel something, I can usually feel something within just a few minutes. And sometimes it's just non-stop. And it's I don't know why such a small thing, such a small emotion, something that seems so common when it's happening to other people. I don't really understand it, but it seems really, really cute when it's your own child. It's like every little kick is just blows your mind cute. And my husband, he's the same way. Now every morning before he has to go to work, he'll wake up a little bit early just to feel the baby. And every night before bed, he has to feel the baby. He really enjoys that. I've heard people say that I'm going to miss the attention after the baby's born, and I can kind of see that. But at the same time, I kind of imagine that my own attention will be pretty distracted at the time too. So, as far as stretch marks, I don't have any yet, but, well, I take that back. I have a lot of stretch marks, but not from this baby. I was really fat as a 10-year-old, and I got a lot of stretch marks then. So, I had a lot of shame as a teenager. I was ashamed of the stretch marks. It looked like I'd already had a baby. So I'm not too worried about the stretch marks. I don't have any new ones, but my stomach feels really tight. I'm sure that I'll get some. But I'm not worried about them. What I'm worried about getting is varicose veins because they run in my family, but I'm trying to be careful about that. I'm hoping that the lifestyle here, the constant walking, will counteract the effects of pregnancy some, and maybe I won't get the varicose veins as much as I would have otherwise. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see. I guess that's it for the 21-week update. I know I don't update every week because I don't have time, and I'm lazy, and I'm old, so I have to put on makeup and get some decent light, and it's a little bit more challenging for me to record a video. But I'll try to update again when it becomes relevant. Honestly, there's not a lot that changes week to week anyway, so thanks for watching.